5 ways to know a cheating woman. Let's talk about something real: cheating. Not every woman cheats the same way, and not every act of betrayal comes from the same place. Some women cheat because they feel empty, others because they lack discipline, and some because loyalty was never even in their vocabulary to begin with. But if you've ever been blindsided by a woman you thought was yours, it's because you didn't recognize the patterns. So today, I'm breaking down the 5 types of cheating women, and trust me, once you see these signs, you'll never unsee them. Number 1, the insecure validator. She cheats because she feels worthless without attention. The first type is what I call the insecure validator. This woman doesn't cheat because she hates you. She cheats because she secretly hates herself. Her self-worth is like a cracked glass or a leaky bucket. No matter how much love, loyalty, or reassurance you pour in, it never stays full. She survives on validation the way most people survive on oxygen, and every compliment is just another band-aid over the emptiness she carries inside. You could be a solid, faithful man who gives her everything, yet she'll still be scrolling through DMs, entertaining strangers, and fishing for flattery. Because to her, attention equals worth. And here's the dangerous part. Even when she has a good man beside her, she'll still chase the thrill of being desired, mistaking it for healing, connection, or even love. But it's not love, it's her addiction. And the brutal truth is this: you'll give her loyalty, and she'll return betrayal laced with guilt. Because deep down, she doesn't believe she deserves a steady love that doesn't wound her. She only feels alive in the chaos of being wanted. 2. The accidental cheater. She cheats because she lacks boundaries. The second type is what I call the accidental cheater. She doesn't always go out looking to betray you, but because she has no real boundaries, cheating becomes inevitable. She doesn't wake up plotting betrayal, but she consistently puts herself in environments where betrayal is just one innocent moment away. She's the kind of woman who insists late-night conversations with male coworkers are harmless, who books solo trips with so-called friends, who lingers too long in hugs with old flings, or lets therapy-like venting sessions with another man slip into playful flirting. To her, it all feels innocent, because she labels herself as just being friendly. But here's the hard truth: she's not innocent, she's careless. Careless with her time, careless with her energy, and careless with the loyalty that's supposed to protect the relationship. When the lines finally blur and she crosses them, she won't call it cheating. She'll say things got complicated. But what she won't admit is that she created the complications herself. She built the trap, she stepped into it, and then played the victim to avoid accountability. And the reality is, if a woman refuses to draw clear boundaries with other men, she doesn't have to plan to cheat. Life will create the opportunities for her, and she'll stumble right into them. 3. The free bird. She cheats because she never belonged to you in the first place. The third type is the free bird, the woman who breaks your heart without ever technically breaking the rules. She doesn't cheat by betraying a promise, because in her mind, she never made one to begin with. You thought you were exclusive. She never said that. You thought you were building something serious. She thought it was just fun. She's the type who says, "I don't do labels," or "let's not box this in," while you're planning the future in your head and she's planning her weekend with someone else. The mistake men make is believing that time, loyalty, or affection will eventually lock her down, but the truth is, she was never yours to begin with. She belongs to no one but her own impulses, keeping her options open, scrolling, swiping, and drifting from one thrill to the next. She's not a villain, just unclaimed territory, a wanderer who values freedom more than intimacy. And while you can't technically call it cheating if she never committed, it still cuts the same, because you gave her exclusivity she never asked for, and in return, she gave you confusion and heartbreak. With women like this, the lesson isn't to catch her in the act. It's to recognize early whether you're in a real relationship or just a situationship where you were the only one playing by the rules. 4. The strategic betrayer. She cheats to upgrade. Unlike the women who cheat out of insecurity or carelessness, the strategic betrayer is cold, calculated, and deliberate. She doesn't chase attention, she chases advancement. To her, relationships are less about love and more about leverage. She's the type who sizes up every man in her orbit, not by how he makes her feel, but by what he can offer. More money, more power, more connections, more lifestyle. She's always measuring. With you, she may smile sweetly, play the role of the loving partner, and never raise suspicion. But behind the scenes, she's quietly comparing. She notices when your income plateaus, when your career stalls, when you can't give her the lifestyle she thinks she deserves. And while you're focused on building, she's texting someone with a bigger house, a flashier car, or a wider network. She's not cheating because of emotions, she's shopping. And the moment a better deal signals real interest, she'll switch lanes without hesitation, leaving you confused and blindsided. With her, betrayal isn't an accident, it's a strategy. And the cruel truth, loyalty was never in her plan. It was just a placeholder until something better came along. 5. The Vengeful Romantic. She cheats to get even. The Vengeful Romantic doesn't cheat because she's chasing thrills or looking for something new. She cheats because she wants payback. Somewhere along the line you hurt her. Maybe you betrayed her, neglected her, or made her feel invisible. And instead of healing, she turned that pain into a weapon. For her, cheating isn't about passion or moving on. It's about punishment. It's about balancing the scoreboard and making sure you bleed the way she bled. And the dangerous part? You'll rarely see it coming. She may actually seem sweeter, calmer, even more affectionate, because she's hiding her storm behind a smile, waiting for the right moment. Then, when the truth finally erupts, she won't deny it. She'll throw it in your face with cold finality. Now you know how it feels. The reality is, she never healed. She just buried her wound under a plan for revenge. And in relationships like this, love can't survive, because once punishment becomes the motive, intimacy turns into a battlefield where nobody wins. What you should know: at the end of the day, not all women cheat for the same reason. Some cheat because they're broken, some because they're bored, and some because they were never truly yours to begin with. But they all share one dangerous trait: they'll smile in your face while hiding the truth behind their back. That's why you can't just measure loyalty by how she loves you when things are sweet. You measure it by how she protects the relationship when no one's watching, when no one's forcing her hand. Because the most painful betrayal doesn't come from strangers. It comes from the one who swore she was safe. And here's the truth most men don't want to face. Cheating doesn't start in the bedroom. It starts in her mind, long before she ever touches another man. That's why it catches you off guard. Some women cheat while calling you babe, while planning your birthday, while posting smiling couple selfies. They don't always cheat loud. Sometimes they cheat quietly, politely, even lovingly. And that's what makes it cut the deepest. So don't just listen to her words. Watch her patterns. Watch her boundaries. Watch her choices when temptation comes. Because in the end, loyalty isn't proven when it's easy. It's revealed when it's hardest. Not all cheaters are loud. Some are soft-spoken, kind, polite, even loving. But love isn't what protects a relationship. Loyalty does. And once that's gone, it doesn't matter how sweet the smile is. Behind it, the knife still feels the same.